When Jack regained consciousness, he found himself in front of a king and his soldiers. The tree on which he was being punished began to rise, stretching all the way up to the sky. The king became very worried and ordered one of his soldiers to bring a brave warrior who could climb the tree and return with news from above. Just then, Jack spoke up, saying, "Your Majesty, I will go up." At the same time, the king's commander, who was also the fiancé of the girl, stepped forward and said, "I will also go up, to save my beloved." The king gave Jack permission to go up and said, "May God protect all of you." Then all the soldiers, along with Jack and the commander, began climbing the tree together. The tree was extremely tall, but they all bravely continued climbing upward. Jack was struggling a lot because he was very afraid of heights. He slipped once or twice, but he kept going bravely because he loved the king's daughter deeply. One of the soldiers mocked him and said, "No matter what you do, you'll never get that girl. She can only marry someone from a royal family." They had climbed quite high when suddenly it began to rain. Despite the weather, no one gave up. Then, one of the soldiers slipped from the rope and was left hanging. The princess's fiancé, who was actually very cruel, could have saved him, but instead, he cut the rope, letting him fall. After many hardships, they finally reached the top. When they reached the top, Jack saw that above the sky was an entirely new world. They all moved forward cautiously. Suddenly, the princess's fiancé grabbed Jack and stole the magical seed from him, but Jack had cleverly hidden one seed for himself. As they continued onward, they came across some goats and decided to catch them to satisfy their hunger. But just then, they got trapped in a hidden net. One soldier managed to escape and cut the net to free the others. Suddenly, they all heard a loud noise, heavy footsteps, like those of a giant creature. They fell silent. Moments later, a massive being appeared in front of them. This world, it turned out, belonged to giants who fed on humans. The giant sensed their presence. Jack quickly submerged himself in water and held his breath to hide, but one soldier was spotted by the creature and captured. Another soldier tried to help him, but he too was caught. The giant took them both to his home to eat them. Jack, determined to save his companions, began following the giant to rescue them.